Okay, so class, in the last class we have discussed the HTML basics. Okay, and we have also discussed about the basic structure of HTML. Okay, and what are the editors we can use with the HTML. Okay, so let me go down and tell you. We have discussed the basic structure. In this basic structure, we have discussed what is document type declaration. That is the first statement of every HTML document. Then the main tag, the root tag, we called container tag HTML. Then we have head section. In the head section, we provide the header information regarding the meta information, the title, the link, the script, external script. And then we have a body section in which we actually define the content. Okay, the entire content will be defined in the body section. Now the body section contain several elements which are also known as tags. Okay, so HTML tags or HTML elements basically categorized into two types. One is called block level elements and another is called inline elements. Okay, so in this class we are talking about the block level elements. Okay, so what actually the block level element is? The block level elements are those elements which cover up the entire block of content. Okay, it means it will take the not a single text, not a multiple text, it contain the block of text. Like we have a paragraph, so paragraph contains so many text, headings, list, tables, anchors, all are basically block level elements except the anchor is an inline element. Okay, so first of all, let me take a simple example that will differentiate between the block level elements and inline elements. Inline elements are those elements which cover only the base some text. Okay, and the tags which are included in the inline elements include bold, italic, underline, some phrase elements. These are basically called inline elements. Okay, now let's take an example. So for the example, I'm just opening this opening this folder, full stack one, which contain all your content. So I'm open with the code. So I'm using the code VS Code as our editor for writing our HTML documents. So here, this is our class 3. So I'm going to create class 3.html. Okay, now in this class 3.html, I'm going to create the skeleton. See, every document consists of the basic skeleton, and that basic skeleton is the basic structure. So I'm using a explanation sign, and whenever ever I use this explanation, it will create the basic skeleton. We call it emmet abbreviation. Okay, so when I press the enter button or select this extension, it will create the basic structure of the HTML document. So it contains our doc type, the root element, the head tag, and the body tag. Now I'm going to use this body tag for writing our content. So I'm going to use our first block level elements, that is called paragraph tag. So for the paragraph tag, we have to write p tag. So p is basically a representation of a paragraph tag. So when I press the enter, because of emmet abbreviation of this VS Code, that will automatically generate our tag, include the starting tag and include our ending tag. Okay, now here we only need to write our content. So because this is a paragraph tag, so I need to write some paragraphs. So for the sake of explaining the difference between inline and text element, I'm just writing a simple content. So I'm writing, this is a paragraph. Okay, now I'm going to write another paragraph. For writing another paragraph, I'm just writing the next paragraph in the same line. Even though I'm writing into the same line, let me save the code, and in order to see when I save the code, it will automatically go to the next line because this is a block level element. Okay, now let me open with the live server, and you can see the output in the default browser. So see, now even though I put a simple line like 4 5 words in this single line, Still, the second paragraph is in the next line. Okay, why it is going into the next line? Because our block level elements contain the entire width of the document. Okay, see, that's why this paragraph only having 4 or 5 words, but still it's occupy the entire width. Okay, so let me take a simple example. I'll add something into the code so that I can explain more about this block level elements. Now see, instead of writing p tag, I'm going to write span tag. So span is basically a text level element, and here I'm writing this is an inline element. Okay, and I'm duplicate it. Okay, and I'm again back to here. Okay, now I'm going to add the basic styling. Okay, so I'm going to use the style attribute of an HTML which adds the CSS to the tags. So I'm discussing CSS in more detail in the coming classes, but for the sake of explanation, I'm just use the style attribute, and in the style I'm using the CSS that is called border 2 pixel solid red. Okay, now I'm going to apply the same CSS on the span element, on both the span element. Okay, and instead of red I'm writing blue color. Okay, and I'm doing the same CSS on the second element with red. Okay, I'm just leaving it with the red color. Okay, now see, I'm applying the border. So border is basically add some border outside the text. So let me see the output. Okay, let me open with the live server. Okay, see, now see, this paragraph occupy the entire width because this is a block level element, and because this is an inline element, it occupies, both the element occupies in the same line, because inline elements occupy the space whatever the content in that tag. So it occupies the same space whatever the content. So that is called inline element, and that is block level element. So the block level element occupy the entire space and it leaves some space above the text and below the content. See, there is some space. Okay, there is some space left on the above side and some space at the below side. Okay, so this is the main difference between block level tag and text. So now I'm going to explain the what is p and how we can add more attributes into the paragraph, so to make it more generic and more representable. So let me back to the code. अभी के लिए हम span हटा देते हैं, we use for just for the explanation. Okay, now I'm going to create another paragraph. अब इसके अंदर मुझे कुछ textual content ऐड करना है. I need to add some content and I want some bigger content, some more content. So अगर आपको कुछ कंटेंट ऐड करना है, बिकॉज नाउ वी आर ओनली वर्किंग ऑन द स्ट्रक्चर पार्ट, हम सिर्फ स्ट्रक्चर कर रहे हैं एंड वी डोंट हैव द एक्चुअल डेटा, हमारे पास अभी एक्चुअल डेटा नहीं आता. डेवलपर के पास एक्चुअल कंटेंट धीरे धीरे आता है जब रिक्वायरमेंट होता है. ओके, अभी उसको सिर्फ स्ट्रक्चर करना है. तो फॉर द सेक ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर मुझे इसके अंदर कुछ टेक्सचुअल कंटेंट ऐड करना है. ओके, सो आई एम गोइंग टू यूज लॉरेम स्पैम. लॉरेम स्पैम आपको एक यूटिलिटी है जो आपको एक डुप्लीकेट, एक डमी कंटेंट प्रोवाइड करती है. ठीक है, डमी कंटेंट प्रोवाइड करती है. अगर मैं लॉरम के साथ 100 लिखूंगा, इट मींस 100 वर्ड्स का एक डमी कंटेंट आपकी स्क्रीन पे आ जाएगा. ओके, नाउ लेट मी प्रेस एंटर बटन एंड सी, नाउ व्हेन आई सेव द कोड, सी द पैराग्राफ कम्स नाउ contain some text. This is not a इंफॉर्मेशन, ये सिंपल एक डमी कंटेंट है, इसका कोई मतलब नहीं आता. ठीक है, सिर्फ हम अपने पैराग्राफ को कंस्ट्रक्ट या उसको ग्रो करने के लिए हमने इसको यूज किया. ओके, इफ यू वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट लॉरेम स्पैम, तो हम गूगल पे चलते हैं. लेट्स ऐड लॉरेम स्पैम टेक्स्ट. ओके, सो व्हेन यू क्लिक ऑन इट, सो इट इज लाइक अ जनरेटर जो आपके लिए सिर्फ एक डमी कंटेंट बनाने के लिए यूज किया जाता है. सो मैंने इसका शॉर्टकट यूज किया बिकॉज इन VS कोड इट इज इनबिल्ट. यू कैन से दैट हमारे पास एमेट होता है जिसकी हेल्प से हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो आई यूज दिस वन. ओके, सो इट्स अप टू यू, आपको कितना कितना पैराग्राफ चाहिए. यहाँ पर 5 चाहिए, यू कैन जनरेट 5. यू कैन से वर्ड्स, यू कैन से बाइट्स, यू कैन कंटेन लिस्ट, यू कैन जनरेट एनीथिंग. ओके, नाउ लेट्स बैक टू द पैराग्राफ. अब मैंने अभी एक पैराग्राफ जनरेट किया है. आई एम गोइंग टू मेक इट डुप्लीकेट. सेकंड पैराग्राफ बना लिया एंड थर्ड पैराग्राफ बना लिया. नाउ सी the paragraph are not properly aligned. Okay, so I'm going to use an attribute of paragraph tag that is called align. Okay, so align attribute is basically used to align the text. See, हमारा जो text होता है वो properly arrange नहीं होता, so we can use the property called align. I just write align. Now जब मैं align लिखूंगा, we have, see, this is called an attribute. हम इसको एक attribute बोलते हैं. Attribute means property, additional to make your tag more interactive, to make your tag more representable. अब मुझे क्या करना है, इस पैराग्राफ के अंदर जो हमारा कंटेंट है उसको प्रॉपर्ली अरेंज करना है. फॉर द अरेंजमेंट पर्पस आई एम यूजिंग दिस अलाइंग एट्रीब्यूट. नाउ सी, जितने भी एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं उसका एक नेम होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एट्रीब्यूट नेम, followed by equal sign, and then this equal sign separate basically value. So this is attribute name and that it is called value. अभी हमने कोई value दिया नहीं है इसके अंदर, so value is always put into the double quote. तो अब इसके अंदर हम value देने वाले हैं, so we can give 4 different values. हम इसमें 4 अलग अलग value दे सकते हैं, and means there are 4 different values that can be assigned to the aligned attribute. So first is left, that is by default. जो जितने भी हमारे पैराग्राफ्स होते हैं वो बाय डिफॉल्ट लेफ्ट अलाइंग होते हैं, तो वी डोंट नीड टू गिव इट, बट अगर आपको देना चाहो तो आप दे सकते हो, so ऑटोमेटिकली इट इज लेफ्ट अलाइंग. द सेकंड वैल्यू इज राइट, it makes the paragraph to be right side aligned. Then we have center that makes the attribute, makes the paragraph to the center on the screen. And then last will be justify. So justify make all the paragraph to be taking the entire width of the screen, either on left side and on the right hand side, both on the both side. So first of all let me write right. So you can only give one property, तो मैं इसको right दे देता हूँ. Okay, and let's assign align here for the second paragraph as a center property, and for the third paragraph I'm going to say align as a justify. Okay, फर्स्ट में नहीं है तो फर्स्ट इज ऑटोमेटिकली लेफ्ट अलाइन. ठीक है, ये जो फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ है ये ऑटोमेटिकली लेफ्ट अलाइन होगा. लेट्स बैक टू द कोड एंड सी, द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ लेफ्ट में आ रहा है because we have not assigned any alignment property. Now see the next paragraph, the second paragraph, it is right align. देखो बिल्कुल right side में align. Okay, now see on the right hand side it is rightly aligned. देखो बिल्कुल right में बिल्कुल properly arrangement आ रहा है, on the same line बिल्कुल properly दिख रहा है. And now the second means this third paragraph is center aligned. ये बिल्कुल पैराग्राफ सेंटर में आ रहा है. लेट्स सी, अगर आप इसको ध्यान से देखें, this is center. Okay, and the first one is right. And now the third paragraph, अगर आप थर्ड पैराग्राफ को ध्यान से देखें, it is properly justified on left hand side and on the right hand side. So it will take the entire width, no space will be left on the right hand side as well as on the left hand side. So generally we prefer to set our paragraph to be justified, but if you want center align you can use center, or you can also set to the right align, but by default it is left aligned. But there is a problem. See, this align attribute is no longer available in HTML5. This is an HTML4 basically an attribute, so हम 5 में ये यूज नहीं करेंगे. Instead of this we will make our alignment using the style attribute. हम CSS से करेंगे. तो CSS के अंदर हमारी जो प्रॉपर्टी होती है that is called text aligned, and again you can set it to the right. आप इसको right align कर सकते हो, and आप सेकंड वाले को मैं center align कर देता हूँ, so you can set it to as a center. Okay, now see, this is basically a CSS property, and CSS property also having two values, two parts. The first is the left part, that is called property, separated by colon, and on the right hand side it is the value. So it is also a key value pair, property value pair, and separated with colon and ended with semicolon. That is very important. Okay, similarly हम इसको भी कर लेते हैं. I'm making it to justify. हम इसको justify कर लेते हैं. See, Now see, all the similar effect will be shown on the screen. Okay, so this is all about the paragraph tag. In paragraph tag you can further add some more style, like you can change the color, you can change the background. I'll discuss all these css property with the coming content. Okay, so this is the paragraph tag, that is the first block level elements in html5. Okay, now let's talk about the next block level element, that is called headings. See, no document is completed without the heading. See, there are so many paragraphs, but and heading represent the heading of the document, and further may contain some subheadings. Okay, there are some headings and there are some subheadings. So we have an h1 to h6. Basically, there are 6 tags that are basically used for creating headings into your document. Okay. Okay, so let's add and implement. So मैं यहाँ चलता हूँ. So I'm going to create first heading. तो उसके लिए मैं h1 use करता हूँ, and h1 is also having the end tag. Okay, because it's a pair tag. Maximum all the block level tags are pair tag. Means there is a starting tag and there is a closing tag. So I'm writing this is heading 1 because it's the first level heading. Now I'm creating the second level of heading by replacing this with h2. So there are totally 6 levels. So I'm changing it to 2. Now 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's make 3, 4, 5, and 6. And look at here. I'm changing the closing element, and automatically the first element, that the pair starting tag, will automatically change. This is because I'm using a auto rename extension of VS Code, which makes changes in both the starting and closing tag if you change in someone. Okay, so let's change this to 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's see the output in the screen here. See, these are all headings, and there are 6 levels. 6 level means the first, and the first h1 is the having the bigger font with bold, and the second one is for the subheading, that is h2, h3, h4, h5. See, only the font size is being changed. Font size change हो रहा है, but it's depend upon the requirement. See, generally हम heading 1 use करते हैं. See, it is slightly bolder and bigger. आप h2 भी use कर सकते हो, h3, but at least आपके डॉक्यूमेंट में कम से कम 2 headings तो होनी चाहिए, at least 2. Okay, so that whenever your document will be indexed in the Google, जब हम Google सर्च पे जाते हैं तो आपका डॉक्यूमेंट तभी इंडेक्स होगा जब उसके अंदर हेडिंग्स होंगी, बिकॉज हेडिंग रिप्रेजेंट द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कि आपका डॉक्यूमेंट किसके बारे में है. सो एटलीस्ट 2 हेडिंग्स तो होनी चाहिए. आइदर यू कैन यूज h1 or h2 and further subheadings h3, h4, h5 and h6 depending upon the requirement of the application. You can use any level. Okay, I'll tell you. See, h1 का जो font size होता है that is of 32 पिक्सल. जो हमारे नॉर्मल जो टेक्स्ट होता है that is having 16 पिक्सल. ओके, एंड 16 पिक्सल का हमारा एक और यूनिट होता है जिसे हम बोलते हैं em. em रिप्रेजेंट द font साइज. बाय डिफॉल्ट जो नॉर्मल हमारा font होता है that is of 1 em और इक्वलेंट टू 16 पिक्सल. तो आपका जो h1 होता है that is of 2 em इक्वलेंट टू 32 पिक्सल. ओके, ऐसे ही that is 24 पिक्सल, 18 पिक्सल एंड सो ऑन. ओके, सो आप एक बार देख सकते हो आप कौन सा आपको हेडिंग यूज करना है. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द रिक्वायरमेंट यू कैन यूज एनीथिंग. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू अप्लाई प्रॉपर्टीज. मैं इसके ऊपर भी प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई कर सकता हूँ, एंड वी कैन ऑल्सो यूज अलाइन प्रॉपर्टी. अलाइन यूज कर सकते हो, बट वी आर यूजिंग स्टाइल because align property is no longer available in HTML5. So previously it was used with heading also, but now I'm using the style. So हम style use करने वाले हैं. So I will use style attribute and I'm saying text align center, and I'm also giving color to red. So this is another CSS property for making text color to be of different color, whatever you want. Okay, now and I'm also giving a background color. मैं इसमें background color भी add कर रहा हूँ. I'm saying this one color. Okay, so I'm adding 3 CSS property. Text align center separated by semicolon for second property going to be applied. then again semicolon for applying the third property. So semicolon is important. Okay, let me save the code and you can see the output on the screen. So this is heading 1. Now you can also make it text align right. Okay, I'm going into the H2 section and using the style property, text align right. Okay, now see the H2 is the second heading is on the right hand side. Similarly, you can apply further alignment on H3, H4, H5 and H6. So heading is the second block level elements, and it also it's occupy the entire width of the string. Okay, because it's a block level element. Okay, now you can also change the font size of any heading, even the paragraphs, anything. So how we can change? It's a doubt from the student end, so I'm explaining the doubt as well. So let's back to the here. So if you want to change the font size, you have to just go at the end of the font color. Okay, and here I'm adding the semicolon last property, and I'm writing font size to be, say, I'm giving into the pixel, so I'm writing 40 pixel. Okay, or you can just write, I'm going to write 50 pixel. Okay, I'm going to say 50 pixel. Now you can see, now this heading is slightly bigger than the default heading because I have set to the 50 pixel. So it's up to you. You can use the CSS property to change the size of the font, but the default size is 2 em, but you can change up to the requirement of your application. You can change the size as well. Okay, so this is a heading block level elements. So let's go back to the next block element, and the next block level element is called pre-formatted text. Now see, in the paragraph is called formatted paragraph and this is called pre-formatted text. What is the difference between these two? See, if I'm going to into the last paragraph and I'm going to add some space, मुझे इसके अंदर कुछ space add करना है. See, I'm writing 2 tab and after this I'm entering some spaces using the enter key और इसके बीच में मुझे कुछ space डालना है. See, HTML is white space insensitive. Insensitive means there is if you add purposely some space, it will not encounter. वो space लेगा नहीं. So let me save the code. जैसे मैं इसको save करता हूँ, even though VS Code extra space को हटा देगा, देखो. And you can see the output. अगर हम output भी चलेंगे तो इस paragraph के ऊपर there is no tabs, no enter keys being visible. Okay, because HTML is white space insensitive, but still we need to add some space. मुझे एक छोटा सा कोड लिखने जा रहा हूँ and in that code I want some space. तो मैं अभी वापस चलता हूँ कोड के ऊपर. So after this heading I need a paragraph और इस paragraph के अंदर मुझे एक छोटा सा कोड लिखना है. Like I want to print 1 to 10 using the JavaScript. तो उसको कैसे लिखने हैं? I am not using, actually the JavaScript is code written in the script tag, बट अभी के लिए सिर्फ फॉर द डिस्प्ले पर्पज मैं इसको पैराग्राफ में लिख रहा हूँ. तो where I equals to 1 for initializing the I variable and I'm using while loop I less than equals to 10 block. So document dot write for printing some value, so I'm printing I semicolon and I plus plus. See, मुझे एक कोड डिस्प्ले कराना है. I want to display this code onto the screen, onto the area. Okay, so it doesn't print the 1 to 10, but it will display the code because I'm using the p tag is for displaying the content. So let me save the code. जैसे मैं इसको सेव करता हूँ and see the output. See here, मैंने तो इसको प्रॉपर्ली व्हाइट स्पेस के साथ दिया था, एंटर की प्रेस किया था, बट व्हाइट स्पेस वो स्पेसिंग तो आई नहीं because HTML doesn't care about the white space. Okay, but if you want to add white space into your content for display purpose, so you will not use p tag. Instead of p tag you can use the pre tag. So I'm changing here pre and here I'm also use pre tag. Okay, now मैं इसको वापस अपने लोकेशन पे ले जाता हूँ. See, I want to display this code. So now I'm using pre-tag, and pre-tag is known as pre-formatted. Pre-formatted means whatever the format you specify. See, here I'm specifying some spaces. So the same thing will be displayed on the screen. The same format will be displayed on the screen. That is known as pre-formatted. So let's see the output. I'm saving the code, and now here you can find the output. Now it is having the same uh, format, that is displaying the pre-formatted tag, and it also use the white space as well. So for the white space purposes, if you want to display some content like this one, you can use the pre tag instead of using the p tag. Okay. Now the next tag that I'm going to explain, the next block level element is called block code. Now, before explaining this block code, I want to discuss what is actually the quotation. Quotation means to highlight the text. And for highlighting the text, generally in English, we use double quotes in order to highlight the text. So that text is means something different, something emphasis. Okay. So how we can emphasize some paragraph on our HTML document. So we can use the block quote tag. Okay, now let's back to see. I want this paragraph, the first paragraph, to be emphasized. No, not first. Let me talk about the second. See, it is, even though it is centered, but I want to be focused on this paragraph whenever some person open your website and you want to see something different. So how you can emphasize this paragraph? So I can use the block code. So I'm going back to the second paragraph. So instead of using p tag, I'm using the block code. Now when I change the block code, the end tag will automatically rename. Okay. Now say I'm making it justify so that it occupies proper space on both the ends, and now I'm saving the code. Now see the output. See this tag. Now even though this is centered, but on the left hand side and on the right hand side, some equal space being left. Okay, and from the top as well, because this is a block level element, so automatically space left, one line of code left from the top and from the bottom. So now see, it's look like that this is something different. This paragraph is having some uh, intent, user intent to be focused. Okay, but still it is not look like good. So let me style this with the CSS tag, CSS element. So I'm using a color to be blue. Okay, and I'm making it slightly bolder. So I'm using the font weight property to making bold. Now see the output. See, now whenever some person open a document, he just focus on this. उसका focus हम कहाँ चला जाएगा? इस paragraph पे चलाएगा, because this paragraph is look different. Even though you can change the font style. Okay, let me change the font style as well. So I'm using here the font family in order to change the font style. Font family. So I'm using say Arial font. Okay, now you can see this paragraph is look different. Now you can remove the bold as well. There is no need to add the bold because it's look good without the bold as well. Block code is basically used to make quotation for the block of text. Okay, even though I can also use one more tag, that is inline tag actually. So here I can use q tag. Q is for quotation. Okay, let me add a paste tag here. Okay, so I have to follow the specification that it should complete the entire code. And see, now let me refresh. Okay, what is happening? Okay, we are applying on a wrong tag. हमें second के ऊपर apply करना था. So I'm going to apply this q tag on this second paragraph q, and the closing tag should be closed before the block quote. And you can see there is a small quotation will be added on the block quote. See this quotation, and on the end as well. So this is basically a inline tag, but you can use inline tag within the block level elements, because itself is, you can use all the inline elements into the block as well. Okay, because it's also an element of HTML, na? So you can use block as well as inline elements in each other. But in the inline element, you can't use the block level elements. Okay, so you have to just take care. Okay, now the next element I want to discuss here, that is called this BR and HR tag. So first let's discuss HR. HR is basically known as horizontal rule. If you want to add some line, see the visible line in your document, you can use HR. So how we can do? See, I want to add some line before the block code and after the block code. So how I can use HR tag. So before the block code, here I am using HR tag. Now HR tag is known as self-closing tag. Okay, self-closing means there is no end tag. There is no end tag. See, every tag, maximum tags having their end tags, but there are some tags which don't have end tag because this is not a container tag. This is just for placing the line into the document. So I'm just writing HR. But one thing you will note, when I save the code, it will automatically add this slash. Why it automatically added by the VS Code? Because VS Code follows the specification of HTML file, HTML5, and according to HTML5, uh, every tag should have end tag. Okay, but this is an empty tag. This is a self-closing tag, so it automatically add this slash. So this slash means it also follows the specification, and it is a single tag, so it can work here. So let me save the code, and also I'm copy this code and put into the after the block code. Now see, now there will be a line display before the block code and after the block code because I'm using two HR tags. Okay, now look at the see, actually the HR line is a 3D line. See, there is a black line, there is a gray line, and below the gray line there is a little bit light gray line, because by default every HR is basically a 3D line. Okay, now you can also remove this 3D line, and some person likes only the simple line, so they can use only a simple line. How can use? So when I go into HR tag, in this I'm going into the next one, HR tag. Here you can use an attribute called no shade. See, this no shade attribute is the only is one attribute that doesn't have any properties, property value. So it is a single attribute only. Okay, now after this I'm also using a property called size that represent the thickness of the line. So I'm giving the 5 because I otherwise if you are not able to see the difference between shade and no shade. Now the thickness will be 5, and here I'm going to give the thickness to be 5 again. Now I'm saving the code. Now here see here the 3D line is okay, that becomes a 5, but because of this 3D line you are not able to find the thickness. Okay, but here in the second HR you will find the thickness. Here I'm giving the HR size as a 5, so you can easily find the thickness, and there is no shade. There is no shade. So this is our HR tag, and let's me add one more attribute, that is called the width. Okay, let me apply the width in the second HR. Width specify the length of the HR. By default the length is 100% wide, but you can also control the length by giving 50%. Okay, I can also use some other unit of the size, but now I'm giving only 50%. See, now this line is 50% wide according to the entire width. Okay, now some person use pixels. So if I write 200 pixel, that will also work. That will also work. But sir, there is a difference. See, when I let me make it to 600 pixel. Okay, now see, when I resize our document, see the line become cropped. Line become cropped, and see this is not a responsive line. So when I given into the 50%, then the line itself also responsive. See now if I'll try to reduce the width, the it will automatically take the 50% of the entire width. So generally we prefer to use percent instead of giving the constant value in the form of pixels. Okay, I'll discuss more about the responsiveness with the CSS units and the different graphical unit in the coming classes, but now for the explanation of this purpose I'm giving the 50%. Okay, now I'm going to let's talk about the next element of the HTML. The block level element is called BR tag. Okay, now what is the BR tag? BR tag is basically for line break. I already told you that HTML is white space insensitive. If we are giving so many lines, let me do that. तो हम लास्ट वाले पैराग्राफ में चलते हैं. ओके, तो हम पर्पसली यहाँ पर कुछ लाइंस ऑफ कोड ऐड करना चाहते हैं बाय यूजिंग द एंटर की. ओके, I'm using 4 5 6 tabs. Let me save the code and see there will be no line display onto the screen. But if you need some line break in between some content, you can use BR tag. So I'm going to give BR tag here. Now BR tag is again a single tag or called self closing tag. Okay, so let me again give the second BR. Okay, let me save the code. Now see, after this the next line will be start from the next line. Okay, it automatically it breaks the code. It breaks the code, and the next text will be going into the next line automatically. But if you want to add some more break, you can also add. Okay, see, now there will be one line, two, three. So I added three breaks. So one is for breaking the text and another for adding two more lines of the code, two more 5 lines into the code. So break is basically used to add line breaks, or you can simply call it break the text. Break the text. Okay, so BR is also a block level elements. Now see, we will discuss div in more detailed manner in the coming class, because div is very important and a very popular tag, block level tag. Okay, and the unordered list, and there are some list tag like unordered list, ordered list, definition list. So we will also discuss this list tag in the coming class as well. Okay, so for the today we have only discussed the basic of block level element tags, and we have discussed the formatted paragraph, heading tag, pre tag, block quote, and the self closing tags like BR and HR.